Hello! Welcome back to a brand new episode of Pokemon Emerald. Today we are going to be helping this guy, because I definitely didn't start talking to him by accident. What? I would never. Help me! I was robbed by Team Aqua. I have to get the Devon goods back. If I don't, I'm going to be in serious trouble. Okay, fine. Let's go help him. So we come up here. This is Route 116. It's kind of a new area, which means that there are new encounters. I just realized I don't have my information sheet pulled up. So we're going to be winging this one. I think I remember everything though. There are some trainers here that we'll be fighting. I'll be mainly using Serenity just to try to get her level up a bit. Okay, awesome. Oh wow, I'm surprised I didn't one hit. So yeah, new encounters in this area. Here you can catch, you can run into Skitty, who is a normal type. And not the best one, if I'm perfectly honest. Skitty is kind of just like a generic Pokemon. If you look at its stats, it has pretty much equal stats and everything, which generally isn't the best. You kind of want to specialize inside of something. To make matters worse, it evolves by a Moonstone, which isn't obtainable until like kind of late-ish into the game. Oh wow, that's actually a somewhat rare encounter that I'm going to attempt to catch. Assuming I have balls, actually. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it evolves by Moonstone into Delcatty. Same kind of thing. Its stats are pretty much even like across the board, which isn't that good. Its ability is Cute Charm, which allows it to basically, when a Pokemon hits it with a physical move, it has a 30% chance of inflicting it with Infatuation, which is basically like a worse version of Confusion. Confusion will have a 50% chance of you hurting yourself, and also not attacking, whereas Infatuation only makes it so you won't attack 50% of the time, and it only is effective on Pokemon that are the opposite gender of you. So, yeah, which is not very inclusive, but you know, what can you do? It's really not that good though, because it only works like on average 50% of the time. Shoot. I have Synchronized though, right? So yeah, so it'll get paralyzed too. That's showing you what Synchronized does in effect. Pretty cool. Of course, I get the pointless critical. Paralyzed just makes it so you have a 25% chance of not being able to attack, and it also cuts your speed in half. That kind of sucks, but I don't think I have a paralyzed heal. We can take a peek. Oh, awesome, I do. Okay, I'm actually gonna use that. Oh, that's not the Pokemon I want to use that. I wanted to use that on. Ooh, Zigzagoon has an item, which, if you remember, it's because he has pickup. You can go ahead and take that item. Oh my gosh, my controller is not agreeing with me. A Great Ball, wow, that's nice, awesome. Thank you, Zigzagoon. I feel like I probably should have named you. So yeah, that's Skitty and Delcatty. Oh, here we have Vinkata, who is the next Pokemon we're going to talk about. I said I was going to talk about Abra, but whatever, we'll do Vinkata. Vinkata is a kind of unique Pokemon, actually. It's a... Oh, awesome, we got the Confusion chance. It's a ground bug type, I believe, at this stage of its evolution. Oh, it managed to get through, but that's fine. It used Harden, which increases its physical defense, and my attacks are special, so who cares? And it's not that special as an Vinkata. It has the ability of Compound Eyes, which basically just increases the accuracy of its moves by 30%, I think. So yeah, not that good. But when it evolves, it has some really special stuff to it. So at level 20, it will evolve into... Let's do a double battle here, sure. It'll evolve into Ninjask, who is a very, very unique Pokemon. It's not that good offensively, however it has a very high speed and the ability of Speed Boost, which every single turn increases its speed. Now, for just playing generic Pokemon, it's not that good, but for competitive, it can be really, really useful because there's a move in the game called Baton Pass, which allows you to move on buffs. They basically pass on buffs to other Pokemon. So Speed Boost will raise its speed, then you can use Baton Pass to pass into another Pokemon that will be able to do really well. So there's specific strats you can run with this, doing things like, you know, for example, who am I going to attack here? For example, if you ran a move called Sword Stance that it can learn, which allows it to up its attack, you could use Sword Stance, get the speed up from Speed Boost, then Baton Task into another Pokemon, then they'd have increased attack and speed, which can be really, really powerful. So yeah, it's not the best Pokemon in terms of like playing single player, but in competitive it can be really good. And if you want to run that kind of a strat on your team, you can. It's also really fast, so it can be useful for some other roles. But yeah, I'd say it's good, but not great in terms of single player. Then the other Pokemon it can evolve to, well, not really. Basically, when you evolve it, if you have a free slot open and a Pokeball in your inventory, it'll consume the Pokeball, and you will get a second Pokemon from its evolution. So it'll basically like split into 2 Pokemon, which is pretty cool if you ask me. And what the other Pokemon will be is Shedinja, who, if you look at it, looks like it has really, really bad stats. In fact, it has a 1 in HP. So yeah, it's really not that good stat-wise, but it has the incredible ability of Wonder Guard, which means that it is only able to be damaged by moves that it is weak to. So yeah, that's really, really good. Oh, we see Serenity is actually faster than Zuko. That's kind of surprising. Yeah, but so like for example, it's a bug ghost type, so its typing is really unique. It has a lot of weaknesses, so that kind of sucks, but still, just the fact that it has so many immunities is really, really cool, and it can play some really, really unique roles. However, because it only has 1 HP, anything that hits it will one-hit it, so any super effective move will instantly kill it. So yeah, both really, really unique Pokemon that aren't that usable inside of single player, but are super cool to mess around with in competitive. So yeah, if you're going to build a competitive team, both of them can have a good place on it, either as like a baton passer, or for Ninjaska's place, he's more of like a trolley kind of person, honestly. He does like toxic and stuff. I think Shedinja is a little more useful in future generations because new items get added that basically lets it so that you can survive getting hit with 1 HP. So yeah, that can be useful. I mean, technically it exists in this generation, but in this generation it's like a 5% chance of activating or something. So it's not that reliable, so there's no point in running it. But in future generations, you can basically like give Shedinja a second life. So yeah. And then the final encounter you can get here in this patch of grass anyways is Abra, which is actually an Emerald exclusive, so if you're in any other game, you won't be able to do it. Just a little something to mention. He is, or I guess they, because it can be a female, they're very, very, very strong psychic types. They're more offensively based, so in comparison to Gardevoir or routes that you were able to obtain earlier, they're less based on special defense and more on special attack and speed. So they're more like the sweeper kind of player on the team. But they're very, very, very strong. I'd say that Abra evolves into Kadabra at level 18 and Alakazam through trade, which is something I'll talk about in a second. But I'd say that they're pretty much undebatably the strongest non-legendary psychic type in this generation, that I can think of anyways. It really depends on what you're going for, because I personally prefer Gardevoir with a little bit stronger defenses. Not actually because I like the defenses, but oh shoot. I just tried to use Confusion on a Poochyena, and it was immune. I didn't know that it was going to be a Poochyena, of course, but I still should have attacked the other one, because then it would have prevented the risk factor of that, but whatever. Doesn't matter. We're still going to win this fight pretty easily. But yeah, I really like Gardevoir more because I like its design more than because of its actual stats, but anyways. Oh, we're faster now, I guess. This is weird. So Abra is an incredible Pokemon. However, when you first catch it, it only knows Teleport. So like Ralts, you kind of have to grind it up. It's a pain. But the worst thing about it is, as I said earlier, to evolve it fully into Alakazam, you need to trade it. So if you are unable to have access to wireless communications, you will not be able to train it up to its fullest potential. Kadabra, its middle evolution, is actually still a pretty solid Pokemon, There's lots of Pokemon that, like, if you can only evolve them to their second phase, it really wouldn't be worth it. But Kadabra's still pretty good. You could do alright with a Kadabra, but I'd recommend Gardevoir over Kadabra if you're not able to get that trade. But if you are able to get the trade, and you can trade to somebody and then, like, trade back, Alakazam is an incredible Pokemon. A destructive force. Also, I'm gonna get a potion. Cool. Yeah, I'm just killing these guys for a bit of extra XP, I guess. And just to go through here. And just so I have some time to talk about encounters. But yeah, that's what the new stuff you can catch here. I know that these first couple episodes have been really bio heavy, where I've been talking a lot about the Pokemon you can catch. And as the game progresses, it'll be less of that, just because a lot of these Pokemon that we see here will reoccur. So for example, the next area we go in, you can also catch Abra, but then I won't have to go over Abra there because, you know, I've already talked about it. So that will be nice. Do that. It'll especially be nice for me in terms of post-production, because making the bios, they don't seem that complicated, and they really aren't. It just takes time because there's so many of them, right? So, and I always make stupid mistakes that I have to go back and fix. So like, I'll change the name, but I won't change the Pokedex number, and then I have to go back and edit it. Yeah. Also, I thought that all the Pokemon sprites were 64 by 64 when I made it. They're not. Some of them are bigger, so I have to like awkwardly resize them. It's bad. If I could, I would redo it, but then I'd have to like remake all of them, and you know, I already have some of the episodes out, so. Okay, let's cut this down. Originally, I was like really ahead, like I had the ones for like the next area already planned out. Not anymore. Now I do them like before I record the episode. I could grab these berries. Pinnap berries. I think that's just a berry for Pokeblocks, which is something we'll talk about once we get the chance to make them, but they're basically just items that boost your Pokemon's abilities in contests, which is something we also can't do yet, so I'm not going to bother talking about that. There's a lot of variation in this game too, which is something I really like, so if you're not the biggest fan of battling, there is other stuff you can do. I think it could be done a little bit better, because like you still definitely have to battle, but yeah, I don't know. I always liked contests. I thought they were cool, like in concept, but not like that much in gameplay. But like from the anime and stuff, I always liked watching the contest episodes. I just wish they had better protagonists that did contests, because they kind of show them as like, I don't know, like I'm biased because I've never really been a fan of the whole like cliche kind of weak girl thing. So like, as like myself personally, I much preferred Misty to May or Dawn, and also Iris, although I didn't really watch the black and white anime, but I liked Iris. It was almost enough to make me watch it, but not quite. So yeah, I always found that kind of disappointing that they didn't do much good contest runners. I liked Drew though. He was kind of edgy, which appealed to my young self and my current self. I live for the edginess. Okay, some scoundrel took off with this guy's darling Pico. Wow, Pico! Oh no. Pico, how will we survive without you? Why don't we go ahead in here? And here we have our final new encounter of the episode. Whismur! Whismur is a pure normal type, and it's an okay one. It's better than Delcatty for sure. It has decent stats all around, with the specialties more so inside of HP and a little bit inside of attack and special attack. You're not going to get too much good use out of the special attack because of its normal type, but you could probably find something, I guess. The problem is that it's kind of trying to be like a little bit of a tank with its high HP, but it doesn't really manage to pull it off because normal isn't the best type for tanks just because it doesn't have any resistances, right? So it's kind of hard to switch into because almost everything it gets hit with, it's going to be taking full damage unless it's a ghost type attack. So yeah, this guy's going to be like, what are you coming? Oh, what? Are you coming? Come and get some then, as he backs off. He's super intimidated by us, even though we're a little kid. Oh shoot. I just realized he has a Poochyena. And I have Serenity in the lead, who only knows psychic attacks. That was a mistake. I'm gonna have to switch. I'm pretty sure he has a Poochyena. Once the game progresses more, we'll get like a variety of moves and we won't have this problem, but for now. I have a tendency to pick Pokemon that have poor move pools. That's something I've learned over my history. There's some Pokemon that it's like so many good moves that you can't decide what for to use. But I have a tendency of picking ones that have the opposite problem, where they don't have 4 good moves. Like Jolteon. Jolteon's a great example. We don't see him because for some reason you can't get evolutions in Gen 3. It's stupid. I think you should be able to get evolutions in all generations, but some of them they just decided you couldn't. I don't know about Gen 5, but I know you can in Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 4. So, yeah. But Jolteon, incredible stats, super great Pokemon, move pool's terrible. You run Thunderbolt, you run Shadow Ball. After that, it's like, Baton Pass? Like, I don't know. I really, really like Jolteon, but its move pool is rough. Gardevoir's a little bit like that. We'll be getting some better attacks. In future generations, post physical special split, Gardevoir can use Shadow Ball, which is super strong. But in this generation, Shadow Ball is physical, so it's not that good. I think the game is so much better physical special split. This one's still my favorite game, but if I could play like there's an online version of this game called PokeMMO that if any of you want to play Pokemon multiplayer, I highly recommend you check out. Because it's basically just the exact same game, except you can play it in multiplayer. But it does have a few differences, being that... Oh, shoot. That was a critical. That hurt. We almost just had our first party faint. I'm pretty sure anyways. I don't think we've had anyone else. But yeah, I should probably switch to go into the lead, because we are low on the healths. I don't remember what I was talking about now. Shoot. Gosh dang it. Stupid thing distracting me. I'm trying. Oh yeah, I was talking about PokeMMO. So yeah, it's basically the exact same. You can play with your friends though, which is super cool because you can like trade with them and stuff, and it makes it super easy to do. The other great thing about it is it actually has physical special split, which is super cool because physical special split is awesome and should be inside of all Pokemon games. The whole type thing is stupid. And it makes some Pokemon so unusable that it's really disappointing. You did it! You got them back! You really are a great trainer. I know, I'm the best. As a thanks, I'll give you another Great Ball. I don't need your Great Balls, because I have a Zigzagoon to get me Great Balls. I don't need your charity. Okay. This is the Devon Corporation's 3rd floor. Of course he brings me up to the 3rd floor, and now, inside of these games, you can't run inside, so we have to walk all the way down once we're done. Aren't you excited? It's gonna be great. Okay. Our president would like to have a word with you. Please come with me. Please go ahead. I'm Mr. Stone, the president of the Devon Corporation. I just got word about you. You saved our staff not just once, but twice. Yeah, I know, I'm pretty great. I have a favor to ask of an amazing person like you. I understand that you're delivering a package to Slateport. Blah, blah, blah. Why am I actually reading this? Nobody cares. We're supposed to go deliver a letter to Slateport. I planned on reading a lot more of the text when I started this game, but I just have way too much stuff to talk about to actually care about what's going on in the game. That device, it's a Pokemon Navigator, or Pokenav for short. Yeah, and we're gonna have to sit through a tutorial about it in a minute, not now. Agma and Aqua, I believe, have been making trouble far and wide. So in Emerald, they kind of like merge the two plots of Sapphire and Ruby. So Sapphire and Ruby, like in Sapphire, I believe Team Magma's the evil one, and in Ruby, Team Aqua's the evil one. But in this, they're kind of both evil. So yeah. I mean, their entire concept is stupid. Like, oh, we want it to be all land. Even though we need water to survive and stuff. There you go. Added a feature called Match Call. That basically just lets people like rematch us. It's not that good. We're supposed to call someone. I don't even remember who. Here we go. Oh, Meehow, since you called me, the Pokemon must be working properly. Other people who registered, try to catch up with them too. Good, good. You seem to be quite happy. How can I know that? It's because I'm looking down at you from my office window. I'm watching you. That's probably too quiet. I probably didn't pick it up, but yeah, that's kind of creepy. Please don't watch me. Okay, I better get back to work. Please take care of Meehow. Yeah, okay, bye. Bye, random person. So it might seem kind of weird, like you don't exactly know where to go, because if you head up here, there's actually like nowhere you can go up here. I can go grab that though, a Pokeball. But if you were actually reading the text, like me, a Super Potion, awesome. You would know that the guy that we saved in that cave said that he wanted us to come visit him in his house, which is down by Petalburg. We will backtrack to Petalburg quite a few times over the course of this adventure. It's a little bit cumbersome. Oh, right. Also, we have to battle May. I mean, what? No spoilers. This is actually an optional May battle. Most of the battles that you have with her are mandatory, but this one you can not do it if you want to skip it. And it's kind of hard. He has one Pokemon in particular that can be a bit of a challenge to take out, so hopefully this will be some entertaining footage. I'm a little bit over-leveled though, to be perfectly honest, so it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, hi Meow, you had a magical feature put in your Pokemon. Let's register each other so we can contact one another anytime. Okay, yeah. Sure, register May. Oh, by the way, I passed Mr. Briny in Petalburg Woods. I guess he's on his way home to his cottage by the sea. How's your Pokedex coming along, Meow? Mine's looking pretty decent. So, how about a little battle? You betcha. So yeah, you can say no to that if you don't want to fight her, but why? Or you can just not talk to her in the first place. I wouldn't blame you for that. She's a bit annoying. Okay. So this is the Pokemon I was talking about that can be a bit hard. Torkoal is a fully evolved Pokemon. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to have Combuskin in the lead, but now that he's here, I might as well just use him. He's probably gonna sweep through the whole team though. Yeah, Torkoal is a very, very defensive Pokemon, as you can see by the fact that my Double Kick does like nothing. He's gonna use Curse, which will increase his defense even farther, but decrease his speed, and it also increases attack. He's a pure fire type. A lot of people think that he's rock or ground, including myself. I'll sometimes forget that. Oh my gosh, this is... So yeah, he's not the best defensive type in the world, but pure fire, but his defense is so good that it makes it okay. And his attack is okay too. This Pokemon isn't actually obtainable until like significantly later in the game than this, so basically May's a cheater. He never actually attacked though, so that happened. But yeah, he's really defensive while you haven't even evolved yet. Poor Mudkip. Now my physical attacks, ooh, critical, nice. My physical attacks won't be quite as strong because I have a nature that decreases my physical attacks. I kind of wish I would have like restarted and fixed that, but not worth it. So yeah, that is May. Not too hard of a fight if she doesn't attack you with her Torkoal at all. Yeah, I am gonna switch Serenity back to the lead though. Now, I originally was actually planning on heading back through here and catching another Pokemon, but I decided against it. I was thinking I was actually going to catch a Breloom coming through here, because I really, really like, or Shroomish, I guess, catch a Shroomish that would evolve into a Breloom, because I really, really like it a lot. Breloom's a really good Pokemon, but I already have a fighting type in Blaziken, so I'm probably going to pass, I think. Honestly, like, I was really, really close to deciding to go with it, but there's another Pokemon that I want that I had a reason not to go with that I kind of just said, screw it, I'm gonna do it anyways. So, yeah, you guys will see that actually very soon. It'll be the next Pokemon that we encounter, which we will find when we go to the new area, which we're gonna do right now, I guess, sure. Now, talking to this guy, I just made it look effortless because I have so much practice doing this, but sometimes talking to this guy is the biggest pain because he's chasing this bird around, and every time you try to talk to him, he'll like run away from you, and if you go in front of the bird, then the bird will run into you and you won't be able to talk to him because he'll be behind the bird. It's awful. Hold up, lass. Wait up, Pico. You're Meehow. You saved my darling Pico. We owe you so much. What's that? You want to set sail with me? You have a letter bound for Dewhort and a package for Slayport then. With a busy life you must lead. Yep. We really are busy. I mean, we've never actually slept. So in theory, we've done all this in a day. Say, we can sail with him to Dewford, which is pretty exciting. Now, a lot of this region, as I've said before, is set on the water. It's kind of like the gimmick that like half of it's land, half of it's water. So you'll be going around a bit in his boat. Where are you now? It sounds windy over there. I just heard from Devin and Mr. Stone about your Pokénav, so I decided to give you a call. Sounds like you're doing fine, so that's fine with me. You take care now. I don't actually remember who that was. Oh, it's our dad. So you don't get that call inside of Ruby or Sapphire. Most of my experience playing this game is actually playing Ruby, so some of my information on it is like incorrect because I'm going based on Ruby. Okay, no, I do not want to sail back to Petalburg. I am gonna go ahead and heal up. There's no Pokemart here, so sorry if you wanted to buy stuff. I've had a few times where like I've come here planning on buying Pokeballs, and I'm like, oh right, shoot, there's no mart. But I think that's probably a good place to end off this episode. Next episode we'll be taking a look at Dewford Town and what it has to offer. But in this episode we got some Devon goods and stuff, and that was pretty exciting. So yeah, we'll be taking a look at the second gym, as you can see right here. And also the cave that is up here. Oh, shoot. Why do I keep doing this? I keep going to end episodes and then running into people that want to do stuff. I don't know what to do now because I don't want to end it off with a battle. Okay, we'll just kill him. It doesn't matter. I always think that... oh, shoot. Please don't, Serenity. Please no. Please. Gosh dang it. Being confused as a special attacker is actually better though than being confused as a physical attacker. Oh my gosh, if this poisons me, oh my gosh. At least I have Synchronize. Oh, but it's a poison type, so it doesn't even matter. Oh my gosh. This is not good. Team, this is not good. This is fine, totally fine. Oh my gosh. But yeah, because when you're confused, you hit yourself with a 30 power physical move. What the heck? What am I doing? Why am I so stupid? So it's actually better to be a special attacker. Okay, that's still enough. Good. I was kind of doubting myself there of using the not super effective attack over Scratch, but it's still better because stab and higher power and all that stuff. So yeah, because it's a 40 power physical move, let's see if I can actually say this. Oh shoot, I'm still poisoned. Let's see if I can run back without dying. Come on, hold on, hold on. Awesome. Because it's a physical move, if you're a special attacker that has really low physical attack, you'll do less damage to yourself than if you're like a Blaziken that has high physical damage. So yeah, that's that. This video was a few minutes longer than intended, but now I'm actually gonna sign off, and I will see you guys all here next time. Peace.